Welcome back. Welcome back. You are listening to Whissel Wednesdays here on KCBQ 1170 The Answer. My name is Kyle Whissel. I'm your host with Whissel Realty. If you ever want to listen to one of our past shows, you can always visit our website at whisselwednesdays.com, WHISSEL Wednesdays.com. Listen to some of the old episodes of the show, or if you have questions, if you want to connect with some of the guys like Dmitriy, our financial advisor, Dave, our insurance guy, Jason, our loan guy, you can always connect to us, whisselwednesdays.com. And speaking of, Jason Hall, Team Home Loans in studio. We talked to Dave Moore, covered your insurance game. Talked to Dmitry Bgatov, financial advisor, covered your portfolio. And now we've got the other half of the Russian connection here, and Yuriy Korniyenko with Whissel Realty.
Hi, Kyle.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
He's quiet, man. Listen to this.
You're
man.
not
It's like the Russian guys. He doesn't even say nothing.
I'm trying to see which Yuriy we're going to get, because Yuriy comes in the office, and there's days where Yuriy is just very... just cut and dry. Let's get down to business. And then there's the
funny how? I mean, funny like
and
I'm
then there's the funny Yuriy. So
yeah, I know there's a funny.
That's see which Yuriy we're gonna get in studio today. So what's going on in the real estate market, Yuriy?
Kyle, well, good thing you asked, because I like real estate. I like to follow real estate, and the market is really interesting right now, especially if you want to buy. The properties are very slim. You have to choose. You have to make sure that you're pre-qualified. You have to make sure that you're really, really ready. So when your offer is out there, your offer is very competitive. And on the other side, if you want to sell the property, you got to make sure that you have a good company that presents you, because if your property is presented and if your property is advertised correctly, it will move.
So it's more than just putting the home on the MLS and putting a sign out in front is what you're referring to, Yuriy, right?
Absolutely. Really.
There's the 3 Ps that most listing agents use, and it's post it on the MLS, put a signpost in the yard, and then pray for offers.
Yeah, yeah. That's what they think marketing is, and we know with Kyle Whissel, most people don't realize. I've known Kyle for many, many years. Kyle is a marketing genius. I know Yuriy, you can do that. He doesn't like to toot his own horn, but the things that Kyle does for his buyers and his sellers and the marketing efforts, it's way beyond what 99% of all agents do. He's definitely in the top 1%, not only in transactions, but how he does it, how he markets it. And that's one of the reasons I know, Yuriy, you and I enjoy working with Kyle.
Absolutely.
Is taking those tips from him and those coaching and really being able to help your clients. So I know the market is hot because of the supply and demand. Again, what that means is we have more demand, more buyers than we have homes. And so our listeners need to know it is a hot market because of that. And if you have a property to sell, it's a great time to sell, right, Yuriy?
Absolutely. It is a great time to sell, because right now the property prices went up. It went up significantly. Now we don't know how high it's going to go up, and if it's going to grow up again in small segments or if it's going to grow up in large. But right now it doesn't seem like the properties are going to go up high. It seems like it's flat, and it's going to go steady pace.
Right, nice steady pace.
Nice steady pace.
4 to 10%. I think that's a nice steady pace.
Correct.
The one thing as a lender, I let all the sellers know is, I know you think, well, if it's going to 4 or 10%, maybe I should just hold on to it. And maybe you can. Sometimes it is smart to hold on to that property, depending on what your goals and things are. And that's why you want to have a financial plan, an insurance plan, and you want to have a real estate plan.
Absolutely.
And to see, does it make sense I hold this property, or does it make sense for me to sell it where I can capitalize? Because rates are so low, it helps create that demand. Now, if rates do go up, and there's been a lot of experts the last 5 years saying rates are going to go up, and so far they've been wrong, eventually those rates will finally go up, and those experts will finally be right. And I think that will slow down that demand. And that's what you want to be careful. So that's why you want to reach out to an expert like Yuriy. Again, you're listening to KCBQ 1170 AM The Answer. Yuriy with Whissel Realty, our Russian guru agent in studio. And you can reach out to him at 619-663-7355. Yuriy, is there any part of San Diego that you like or that the Russians like?
Well, I kind of like the 56 corridor, from Del Mar to Poway, kind of that area.
Oh, you guys like that high-end new stuff. Yeah?
Well, I like it,
All right.
I don't have to drive too far from my house, so let's put it that way. But you know what I like better, Jason, is I actually like working with you, because the buyers that I bring in, and when they get qualified from you, I really know that our offer is strong. And right now, the market is so significantly, you have to have two things, and two things that help us is having a strong, qualified buyer, and then having the reputation. Because when you're out there, you put in your offer, and if the listing agent or the broker knows you, hey, it's a much easier and softer and a smoother process.
Yeah, Kyle, maybe you could hit on that. I mean, for our listeners out there that really understand, you do a lot of listings, so you see a ton of offers come in from multiple different buyers and their lenders. What's a tip you can give buyers out there?
Make sure that you work with a connected agent. In
And
the
define
market right
connected.
now, for
Define
example, the deal that Jason and I recently worked on for a great client, military, serving our military for 15 plus years now. He just started looking around, got pre-approved with Jason. We nailed down the ideal price range for him, started looking at places, showed him a place, totally fell in love with it, listed at $435. We knew it was priced pretty aggressively. It's a flip property. I think the investor intentionally priced it a little bit low, wanted to sell it quickly. There ended up being 21 offers on that property. And the benefit was whenever I go to show a client a property, the first thing I'll tell them is, hey, I know this agent or I don't know this agent. And I happen to know the agent on this particular deal. I spent a lot of time going around to different networking events, speaking engagements and whatnot to meet as many realtors as I possibly can, because you never know who's going to be on the other end of that transaction. And in all the transactions we've done, 760 in the last 3 years, we always want to build a really solid relationship with those agents. So when the shoe's on the other foot, and instead of them offering on our property, we're offering on theirs, we want to have that relationship solidified. So we were able to reach out to this particular agent on this property in La Mesa, and the agent just said, hey, here's the number. If you want to beat out the other 20 offers, this is the number you need to come in at. If you come in at that number, it's yours. And that's the value of having a great relationship in this industry, because he didn't tell the other 20 people that. You know, he only told us that information. We hit the number.
Can we share that on the radio? I'm like looking, going, man, are we okay?
We could do that. It's all up to seller's discretion. So when it comes to disclosing offer amounts, there's no rule. Some realtors might tell you that, oh, well, the seller's not, or the agent's not allowed to tell me where the other offers are at. That's not a rule.
Okay.
That's a choice.
All right.
So it's all up to the seller's discretion. If a seller is comfortable allowing their agent to reveal where the offers are at, they can. And there's two schools of thoughts when it comes to that, where if they tell you where the highest offer is, what are you going to do? You're probably going to beat it by a tiny amount just so that you're the highest offer. So that is where some sellers aren't okay with it, because they might say, well, I don't want to tell them where the highest offer. Maybe they'll come in 20 grand over where the highest offer is. So there's a couple schools of thought there.
Good point.
So it's, you know, it's all up to seller preference.
So that's huge. So have a team, have a network connection. The agent you're working with or you choose to work with, you need to make sure that that agent's connected. How are some things you, as a buyer, can do to find out if your agent's connected, Kyle or Yuriy?
Just go on this beautiful thing called Google and type in their name.
All right.
And if you can't find your realtor,
yeah, I know. Yeah, Dave. Maybe Dave's not coming back, man. I don't know. I love Dave already, but now I'm just teasing you, Dave.
Yeah.
But yeah, Google. Again, I could have invested in Google, you guys. I kid you not.
This is a thing you go to on a computer or a cell phone or a tablet. This website, it's Google.
It was like $30 a share. I could have got it for too. I'm still mad.
So yeah, definitely Google your agent. If you can't find your agent online, I would be concerned.
Okay.
That would definitely be something I'd do a background check on. And then when you do search that agent, you should be able to find reviews about that agent. Zillow, Trulia, Realtor. Those are three of the bigger websites out there. All of them have reviews on them. Get some reviews on your agent. If you've got an agent who you can't find, or maybe you do find them, they don't have reviews, those would be some red flags if I was looking for a real estate agent. And when I refer friends or family that are out of state, that's the first thing I'm doing. I want to find out who's doing production in that area.
Okay.
And Zillow, what's great now is they'll actually show you how many recent sales a broker has in a specific area.
How does that happen? Is that just Zillow pulls that
Zillow's
stuff
tracking
on recent sales, or does the agent have to post that stuff in there?
Zillow's tracking it now. It's a little bit more automated. In the past, you used to have to manually upload it, but it's become more automated now to where Zillow's tracking how many sales an agent has, which is great. And then it's really up to consumers to go on and write reviews about those agents. So if you find an agent that doesn't have any reviews, I'd be concerned. You want to find an agent who's got some reviews and read through the reviews and take a look at what people have to say about working with that specific agent. And if you find an agent that has 500 5-star reviews, I'd actually be leery. It's impossible to have 500 5-star reviews.
You agree with that, Yuriy?
I agree with that.
All right.
No, there's no possible way you can make everybody in the world happy. So when you're looking for an agent, if you see a 3-star, 2-star, 4-star review mixed in with all the other 5 stars, that means they're human.
That means it's legit. It means it's
that
actually
means it's legit. I would actually be more concerned with somebody who's got 500 5-star reviews than somebody who's got 10 reviews and one of them's 3 stars.
Gotcha.
So people have learned how to manipulate the system out there.
All right, I told Dave I was going to get back to this. I know we only got a minute left. Dave, what do you think about a Raider Charger Stadium here in San Diego? Real quick, we're going to the end.
Not going to happen.
But what do you think? Financially, you understand 2 NFL monies, 2 clubs, 2 season ticket holder seats. I mean,
I get
16 home games here in San Diego. I mean, would there be anything better, you guys? I mean, think about it. I know we're going to break. I'm throwing this the last minute. But let us know what you think. Text me and Kyle at 619-663-7355. Looking to see what you would think about having a Charger Raider Stadium here in San Diego. Brand new, top of the line, great stadium. What do you think of that, Kyle?
It's got to be in San Diego.
It's got to
be in San Diego. Awesome. So appreciate you guys joining us today. Jason Hall, Team Home Loans, Yuriy Korniyenko, Whissel Realty, Dave Moore, Farmers Insurance, Dmitriy Bgatov, Financial Advisor. If you want to connect with us, visit us, WhisselWednesdays.com, or shoot us a text, 619-663-7355. Thank you so much for listening to the show. We'll see you next Wednesday at 7.
You just put your lips together and you come